something.
What do you mean?
Like, none of this would happen.
You ever climbed to the top of that tower in the city? So beautiful.
Hey, you're the newcomer, ain't you? Nora Camarillo.
Do you want to go
I keep folks alive around here.
I don't know.
You know, you're lucky they found you when they did. Your friend was pretty bad. I got her just in time.
Right. Brad.
Pretty much. Any part of your flesh prison breaks down, you come to me. There ain't much I haven't seen before. Yeah, that's how my grandpa used to talk. He loved that idea that we're all beautiful souls walking around in dilapidated meat suits. Ain't much science for it, he'd say. But damn if it isn't hilarious. She's great. A real spitfire, that one. I'd hang on to her if I were you. Like what? Listen, I don't care what you two are. I'm just saying, don't lose it, whatever it is. That girl's tough, all right. But right now, she needs rest. When she's up and about, I'll make sure you know. What's on your mind, Sunshine? What are you trying to say, Sunshine? Well, no need for that. You know how a doctor gets good at her craft? That's it. Same way you get good at anything. You learn a thing by doing it over and over again. For me, that means people who need my help. The more people there are suffering, the better I get at healing them. And Sunshine, I'm the best damn doctor for miles. My grandfather, he'd been treating folk his whole life, nearly as long as the root's been around. I started assisting Grandpa when I was 5. Dressing wounds, making meds, cutting at the table, you name it. He was. He helped more people in his long life than you and I have ever even met. But how I helped him most was digging through the old hospitals. Even after a century, there's a hell of a lot to find. All of it useful to someone as clever as Grandpa. Huh, tons. The old humans knew a lot about the human body, it turns out. Stuff even Grandpa didn't know. Did you know they used to be able to replace a man's lungs with someone else's? Or put a dead man's liver in someone whose liver didn't work anymore? Huh. To think of all the folks Grandpa and I could have... Oh, there was plenty we could use. So much that Grandpa eventually stopped complaining about my scrounging. Most of the basic meds are long gone, but there's still plenty of specialized tools and ingredients there. Stuff no one knows what to do with but me and my grandfather. What they don't got, what I never found once, is a cure for root rot. That's why so many folks died when the root first showed up. Grandpa had to invent a treatment on his own. A treatment, not a cure. He probably wasn't the only one. I'm sure others came to the same solutions independently. But after Grandpa figured it out, he traveled as far as he could and taught it to everyone he met. I don't know where he started, but I reckon every treatment within 100 miles of here is derived directly from his work. You can thank him that your friend is still alive. Came here maybe 10 years back. My ma had died and Grandpa didn't feel safe carting me around the countryside by himself. It turned out good. The city's full of scrounge, and Grandpa made a living selling bandages. He even attended the old commander when she passed. Couldn't do much for her except ease her going. All right. Knock yourself out. Need anything? I'm here. Looking for Ford? He's over in the warehouse. Sure, he's got something going on. Always does.
You don't talk much about life before the ward. What you did and all.
Oh, it was a hard time, I guess.
Are you and your friend married? Do people even get married out there? What does
I'm
getting
sure you did
married
the best you
mean?
could.
Ma won't tell me yet, and I'm pretty sure Pa didn't tell me the truth.
Looking for Ford, huh? He is usually over in the warehouse.
Okay, but if
You know-
Mr. Ford is the old man,
It's strange how quiet it is here some days.
that makes
Like,
him...
nothing's going on.
No,
Yeah. Kind of boring if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could sneak off and do some exploring in the old ward. Just you and me. If you want.
Yeah. We could just hang out here.
I don't trust that Wallace. But Brabus says he lives, so he lives. If you want to talk to him, he's over at the docks.
You want to take a walk down on the shore sometime?
The ocean's
Looking for Ford? He's up top in that warehouse over there.
Wait. Was that
So many new
Salt
faces
you put
these
in there just
days.
now?
Things must be getting a mite easier out there. Welcome, traveler. I'm Reginald Malone, but my friends call me Reggie. You can too. Saw you come in with Bo and Clementine there. Oh, you can be sure they'll do everything they can for your friend. Ain't the first to come through here needing help. I have been known to tell a story or two, though old Mudtooth does give me a run for my money. Or did you mean that I collect the stories? Because I do that too. And I'd love to hear your... Oh, now that sounds like the start of a damn good story. What brought you out here? Damn. Well, it's a common enough tale. But I hope you know I'm genuinely sorry for your loss. Everyone here can identify. But I know that don't necessarily make it easier. All we can do is shelter the joy wherever we find it, every day. How about your friend? How'd you meet her? So you owe her a debt? Or maybe you paid it off by getting her here. Hey, what do I know? I tell you what, though, ain't no logic keeping tabs with people's lives. We look out for each other because we're human, yeah? It's the only way that makes sense to me. The only thing that makes humanity worth being around. Speaking of your friend, I heard she came in with a nasty case of root rot. What happened to you two out there? Yeah, I can understand that. Ain't easy talking about hard times. But don't forget about it either. Could be that telling you what happened is the only thing that could... Well, don't you worry. Wait, what about you? What do you hope to find out here? Well, that's the spirit of the town, ain't it? You're in the right place, friend. Nothing we need more than folks willing to... So, now I've got a measure of you. Is there anything I can do for you? Rest assured, old Reggie's... Don't be a stranger.
Well, hey, get away from my stew! Oh, it's you. Oh, nonsense. I'm sure you had a reason. Mi casa et tu, Brute. And all that. So, What can old Mudtooth do for you, huh? Careful now. My answers are known to lead... Town, you call it. Back in my day, a place like this wouldn't be considered much more than a camp or a bivouac. You might call it. Nah, this ain't no town. Not yet. But it is a fine place to set up kip. I lived by myself for years, see? Had myself what you calls it, a hockapatopter. That thing could fly to the moon and back. He told me about this place. Got some nice people here. Took some getting used to, being around folks again. Quite a bit, stranger. The name's Mudtooth. Except maybe old Ford, of course. But that old mudder cheats. Anyway, he hardly tells any of his stories. Only 3 reasons why folks come to see me. Well, Brabus, he's my son. 'Twere his idea to come join this little shanty town. Not a bad idea it was, neat. He's over yonder at the shooting range, if you're looking to find him. Not much of a talker, though, that one. That's so? Huh. Did I tell you about the stories yet? Right. So, let me see here. Folks come see me for my stories and my stew and... Listen, you sure I said there were 3 reasons? 'Cause there's only 2. Huh. Only 2 reasons folks come to see old Mudtooth, and you know both of them. I'm pretty sure your memory's slipping. You bet your apple I can, but these ain't just stories, stranger. They're objective retellings of legitimate occurrences what you wouldn't believe. I've been telling tales about the Ford family for years. Like old Commander Ford, one who used to run this here ward. She was the youngest of the family. She's the one what brought They say she's dead and buried, but they see the old commander were the youngest. But she ain't the last. Old Ford, her grandpa, is still kicking here in town. Crazy old man went and fought the Deadwood head on and lived. Her grandmother was half Root herself. Folks used to call her the Root Mother. And oh, the thing about the Fords is they can't die. Not a single damn one of them. I mean, look, they all thought old Ford had died long ago, and there he is, plain as day. I don't care what anyone says. I swear to you on my unborn brother's life, the other Fords are still out there somewhere, too. Oh, here's a good one. Crazy 8 traveled a lot after leaving Sanctuary. Came to this one town named Ghostwell. No, Oakhole. No, wait. Anyway, this Croakswell town didn't take kindly to strangers, and that sure as hell meant us. We stayed anyway, of course. Brought 'em good scrounge, we did. Nobody scavenged like the Crazy 8. And there was this girl, smartest damn girl you ever met. Her old man, though, he didn't like us one bit, especially me. So one day, there's a banging on the doorstep. I open the door, and the girl's old man clocks me with the butt of his shotgun. Knocked out one of my teeth, he did. Then he points the gun in my face and starts shouting, "Which one of you assly hoes got her in the family way?" he says. "I know it was one of you." Well, I ain't gonna argue with a man behind a gun. So I looks around, sees my tooth in the mud, and says, "Mudtooth, he's the one you're after." And off he ran after someone who don't exist. Or didn't exist, I guess. We ditched Ghost Crack that day, but the name came with me. And that's the story of how Brabus was born. Except he weren't born yet, was he? Not born then. The other thing. Conceptualized. This one's, 100% true. I ever tell you how the world fell in the first place? Well, sit down. It started in them wards, see? Secret military-industrial complexes and whatnot. That's where they made all their weapons and did their experiments. Now, the root weren't meant to reproduce, see? They was built as a weapon, but then they done breeded and got out. And well, we all know what happened after that. Only reason the root stopped was because the Wanderer, well, he flamethrower-sized their queen, see? Over in that tower on the atoll, so's they couldn't breed no more. Now, listen. You might hear Ford tell you something different, but you look at the two of us and ask which has obviously been around, which of us is most like to have been there, huh? You ask yourself that, and then you just look my way. Well, why, sure, but it ain't ready just yet. The lunch rush today was something fierce, I tell you. But I'll have some for you quicker than you could... Well, maybe not that quick. I done already said it, didn't I? Just come back in a while, I'll be sure to save you a bowl. Be sure to come back for some stew. Howdy! What should... Just come back. So long as you head back then, huh?
You wanna take a walk down
So peaceful. I love it.
This is not up for discussion, Clementine. You're staying, and that's final.
I don't remember asking for your permission.
Watch your tone, young lady.
Excuse me? I'm 132 years old, in case you forgot. And I am not your child. You don't have authority over me.
On this, I do. This town needs you. You can't go wandering off after something that might not even exist.
Oh, that's rich. What have you been doing the last 100 years then, huh? What the hell are you doing right now?
Well, that's different. I'm trying to fix things.
Things that you broke when you tried to play God.
That was Harsgard. I was just following orders. I didn't...
Oh, and that makes it okay? You know how many people died because you just followed orders?
Of course I know. You think I don't remember that every goddamn day? I'm trying to make things right here.
So am I. You're such a damn hypocrite, Ford. If I leave, it's my fault. But you didn't break the world. You didn't run after a pipe dream. You didn't abandon your family 12 times over.
Look, I've made a lot of mistakes. I admit that. But it's because of those mistakes that I'm telling you not to do the same thing.
Well, forgive me if I don't want to take advice from the men who fucked up the world in the first place. I'm not your dreamer anymore. Maybe I've got my own mission.
These people need you, Clementine. You're too important to just...
Every person out there is capable of taking care of themselves. This isn't about them.
Oh,
It's
friend.
about you.
Glad
You've
to
always
see
run
you're
away
all right.
from your problems.
What can
but
I
you
do for
won't
you?
let me run toward something. What are you so goddamned afraid of?
I'm losing you.
Briggs,
Losing
no worries.
them. Losing
Your friend's gonna be all right, by the way.
everything.
I've seen
I've
Weaker
already
pull out of
lost
worse. What were you doing
everything.
out there? You don't mind me asking?
You took it from me. You never
Really?
Horse
What'd you hear exactly?
The whole goddamned project. I don't belong here.
Well,
I never did.
You found it. That's what these folks
tired
do for me.
of pretending
They'll
I
do
do.
for you too, if you've got the hands and hop. Given how you've been watching over the little scuffler in the med bay there.
You put yourself through a lot today.
You know where to find me.
You're tired. Get some rest. Huh? Things will feel better tomorrow.
You know how I used to look up to you.
I swear to God
The
and
way
my
you
mother.
seemed strong
Did those
enough
send you
to
over
save
here,
the
or did you
world.
stumble your way
Except
over
I've
here
already
yourself?
saved it, haven't I? And what have you done?
Well, if there isn't a first time for everything. All right, new kid. Let me
I
save you
can't
some
let
time.
you go near
I'm
that place,
McCabe.
Clementine.
I like to keep to myself, and my
That's an
work
order.
happens to be tinkering and modding weapons. And that's
You
already
haven't
more
learned a
information than I
damn
like.
thing, Ford.
Out of Look, it's not personal. It pisses me off when people come by and interrupt my me time. But I'll tell you what. So I'll make you a deal. You find anything interesting out there, bring it back to me and I'll see if I can use it to mod your weapons. Okay? Oh, and if you tell anyone I was This better be good. Okay, that's all you get. Bye now.
Something on your mind, traveler? Hey, I'm just glad we got to you, you know, when we did. You stirred up quite a deadwood nest. Haven't seen that many in one place for a long time. Oh, that was Wally. He gave us a heads up someone was coming. Then they got a kind of, a root sense, I guess. And we figured where there were root gatherings, someone was likely to be in trouble. And there you were. Wally, Wallace. Wally's been with the ward since he was just a kid, and his seeing has saved a lot of lives. He's the kind I'm damn grateful I don't, to be honest. He sees like the root. Sees what they see sometimes. The past, all that knowing. It's a lot for someone to carry. You should ask him. I guess. I used to guard the old ward some 20 years ago. I helped out here and there. Before Commander Ford passed, she and the founder, they kinda... maybe no one else wanted the job, I don't know, but... the ward's the only family I've ever known. I'll do whatever it takes to keep these folks safe. Oh, thanks. I don't know, I guess I just take care of myself, eat right, get to sleep early. Commander Ford always said a leader can't care for anyone if they don't care for themselves. I reckon she learned it from the founder. He's been around for ages. Though he ain't much for leading himself. Granddaughter, actually. Yeah, the founder wasn't around as much back in the day, but Commander Ellen was like a mother to me. To all of us. It just doesn't seem right. I mean, that she's gone before he is. Yeah, but when our last hope fails, another must take its place. I couldn't say. Commander used to talk about him like he was dead and gone before I was born. You'd have to ask him yourself, I guess, but he ain't like the rest of us. He's seen a lot. I usually leave storytelling to Reggie. Or if you want some really wild tales, try Mud. Now there's an old-timer who can twist a yarn. Incredible, isn't she? Yeah, no one really understands how she does it, not even her. But the feel in the air, she's something special, traveler. And no small part of how we're... Between me and... Oh, I don't, What? No, it's not. I don't. I mean, I do, but it's not like that. Have Have you ever met anyone like her, Traveler? Because I haven't. Like, I haven't always been the bravest guy around, you know, but the way she fights for folks, no matter what it takes out of her, it makes me want to do better. I kind of want to make her proud, you know? I guess you could say she's my inspiration, maybe? Oh, but don't tell her I said that, though. Make yourself at home, Traveler. We're all family here. Good luck.
We can discuss this later. We can discuss this later.
Whoa, what have we here? Ah, the Traveler, of course. Wallace said, yes, right on time. Sorry you had to see that. But then again, you've been around. I'm sure you know. Families fight. Andrew Ford. Good to make your acquaintance. In the flesh. Huh, how about that? I'm sure you've got a lot of questions, and I've got a favor to ask. So let's get to it. You first. That's a longer story than I can indulge right now. Let's keep it to this. You know how some things you drink can make you drunk, and some things you eat can make you sick or sleepy? Well, other things do this. It's a big world out there. Huh. Not my way. And you want to be careful what you wish for, Traveler. Not you precisely, as in name, rank, serial number, but I knew someone was coming. Our young Wallace told me. Wallace? He's a special kid. A lot like dreams about things that hadn't yet come to pass. It's more like he can see really far into the present. Quite a few characters around here, I'll warrant you that. Arguing's not the same as fighting. Clem and I have known each other longer than anyone else here. That's a lot of water to put under a narrow bridge. Nosebleeds, headaches, and I worry about worse. It's not like there's a manual. Don't think there's a soul in town has lost as much as Riggs. Don't know how that man gets up out of bed every day. But he does, and we're damn thankful. All right then, shoot. Oh, nothing too dangerous. I've got to marshal my resources, and then we'll get into it in earnest. All right, Traveler. Now that you've shot your shot, here's mine. I need an able young scrapper to help an old man out. Talk to Wally. You'll find him out by the docks. After that, gear up, and then meet me at the ward gate. I'll tell you a story.
Ah, looking for Wallace? He's got a place overlooking the docks.